We are broadcasting live from downtown Phoenix, and it has been a night full of storm activity. The storm's moving into the valley. Live look at I-10 near Verrado Way, and look at all that lightning out there in the distance, just shooting off in the air. All the roads out there are wet. The rain has really come down, especially in the Southwest Valley over the last hour or so. Video now from Goodyear. You want to see that rain in action? So this was taken by our own Jade Cunningham. Look at the sheets of rain hitting this street. You know, and depending on where you are in the valley, you're probably saying, I'm jealous. I wish I had some of this, in my neighborhood. We don't want any damaging winds. But boy, those are some nice raindrops coming down and a lot of water in the West Valley. And then how about this? Litchfield Greens near Litchfield and Camelback. And you can see, we talked about some of this damage. A big tree knocked down in this storm, falling into a yard, crashing through a fireplace. And yeah, that's going to be a big cleanup for this homeowner. So we definitely had some winds and some rain. And how about power outages? Yes, a lot of homes in the West Valley have no power tonight. Live look at the APS outage map. More than 2,000 customers without power, most of them down in the Avondale area, which was especially hard hit. This is 12 News at 10. I'm Troy Hayden. That storm ripping through the West Valley tonight. Heavy rain, some destructive winds. Gabriella Bachara joins us live in the West Valley, 33rd Avenue and Northern, where we definitely had some damage out there, Gabby, including a sparking power line. So tell us what happened where you are.
That's right, Troy. This area, 33rd Avenue and Northern, was really hit hard by this storm. I've been talking to people who live over here who tell me that it sounded like a train, the wind and rain coming through here just a little bit ago, and now we're getting a look at the damage. This is one of the communities that lost power, and you're looking at why this very large tree just completely fell over on top of this power line. We can see those lines falling off there into the street. APS crews, here's a SRP crew as well. We've seen people out here just arriving to the scene, starting to assess the situation here. But you can also see just all the debris in the road. So Phoenix police have this road closed off. You can see they have the flares out in the street, and all of these cars are being directed into this neighborhood that was also hit hard. But I actually want to direct you guys this way. More trees. There's really trees down in every direction that we look over here. Again, the roads are filled with debris. And then farther down, when I was driving in, the power was already out. So a lot of the street lights along Northern as well were out. So people kind of getting their grip with where they're going, driving as you adjust to not seeing the street lights on. But then I want to walk this way because really there's just a lot to show you guys with just how much debris is in the road. We can see the water pooling here on the sides of the roads as well. In some areas really ponding. Again, I spoke with some people who were home when this happened, and they said their neighbor's window actually blew out in the wind from how strong those winds were. The rain, again, just coming down. One woman said she even saw and heard hail coming down as well. So really, this neighborhood got a lot of damage. I saw some trees down in this apartment complex area as well. So, and right now it's pretty dark out, so it's kind of hard to tell exactly the full scope of the damage. That's something hopefully we'll be able to see once it gets light in the morning, and we'll keep following. And then out west, we've really been seeing kind of a light show with lightning going off every few minutes or so out here. So I don't know if we've been able to show you guys that video that you were talking about, Troy, earlier with the lightning or the transformer blowing up on the electric pole. Our photographer Nolan caught that just sitting here watching the storm go by. So we're going to continue checking in on all of this damage. But if you're in the area, be careful because, again, a lot of debris in the road. The street lights are out. So you really just want to be careful if you're traveling this way this evening. We'll toss it back to you now.
Yeah,
Troy.
I mean, the winds must have been very, very strong out there, Gabby. To have a window blow in, you just don't hear about that very often. And is that power line behind you? I can actually see the line on the ground. Is that the pole that was sparking, or was it a different pole?
My photographer says, yes, this was the pole that was sparking.
Yeah, so it probably knocked that line down, and it created that. And Gabby, you said you drove in there. How big of an area is without power right now? Because I can't see any power anywhere in the live shot you just done. I mean, was it blocks and blocks, or is it pretty isolated?
No, it's definitely blocks and blocks. I came from the 17, so from that way, and it was several blocks going that way. Nolan tells me it was also several blocks going this way. I mean, you can kind of see just beyond the police car there how dark it is in that neighborhood going west from here. So really unclear exactly how wide of a scope this power outage is out here, but from what we can tell, for blocks and blocks it spreads.
Yeah, so a big neighborhood without power right now, and obviously we had some very strong winds coming through there. Gabby and Nolan, great work out.